So does semen retention raise testosterone levels in men? This is the question which I'll be addressing in this video through both a scientific lens as well as my personal 2 cents on the matter after spending years focused on natural testosterone optimization. Okay, it's because there is a belief in boxing that abstinence is necessary to show up as the most dominant fighter in the ring. Okay, this actually stems from the 2nd century BC, where these fighters in the Olympics, these Greek fighters, were practicing sexual abstinence for the belief that it builds their dominance and allows them to show up as the most capable fighters that they are able to show up as in the ring. Okay, from the 2nd century all the way to the 21st century, where all the top fighters, whether it's Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, all of these guys have been practicing sexual abstinence before showing up in the ring, for the belief that it allows them to boost their dominance and ability to fight and really give it their best. So turns out that there's actually some scientific evidence to back this up. So in the first study that I found on this topic, the researchers brought in a bunch of healthy male volunteers. They took the testosterone samples on day 1. They told them to abstain from sexual activity for 3 weeks. And at the 3-week mark, when they measured their testosterone levels again, they found that they were significantly higher than they were on day 1. Okay, so how much higher were they was not exactly revealed in the study. The numbers were not something I got access to, but the fact is that the researchers wrote that it was significantly higher than it was 3 weeks earlier. Okay, in the second study that I found on this topic, again, there were 28 healthy male volunteers brought in on day 1. Testosterone levels were measured. They were instructed to abstain from sexual activity for 7 days. And on day 7, they found that testosterone levels elevated by more than 145%. Okay, 7 days of semen retention and 145% higher testosterone levels. So based on both of these studies, it is evident that semen retention does indeed increase testosterone levels. But now I want you to consider the bigger picture of what's really going on here. Okay, so testosterone is not just one number. Your testosterone level fluctuates throughout the day based on a number of different factors, based on whether you just woke up, based on whether you just worked out, based on whether you just had sex, based on whether you just ate food. There are so many factors throughout the day that literally impact your testosterone level to be different throughout the day, depending on what you did and depending on when you actually measure your level. Okay, now the second thing I want to bring your awareness to is that semen retention, testosterone, all of these things are just tools. Okay, they're tools to show up as the most capable version of yourself. As you elevate your testosterone levels, as you practice semen retention, as you channel your sexual energy and become a more capable version of yourself, it's all about closing the gap between who you are and who you are capable of being, all right? Because in that gap is where we experience the negative emotions of shame, of guilt, of disillusionment, of regret, of anxiety. But as we close that gap, as we show up more and more as we're capable of showing up as we nurture our greatest gifts in greatest service to the world, as we expand, as we improve, that is where we begin to experience these higher emotions of peace, of joy, of fulfillment, of happiness, of knowing that we are on the path and purpose that we are put here to do. Okay, I sincerely believe that the real root cause of this mental health crisis, of this depression, of this anxiety is when we are not expressing who we are capable of being. Okay, as we are nurturing ourselves, as we are improving, as we are expanding, as we are implicating the universe in its expansion, then we will function at those higher levels that I was talking about earlier, right? And all of these things, whether it's semen retention, whether it's raising testosterone, whether it's reading books, all of these things are tools that can help us get there, all right? So don't forget the tree for the forest or the forest for the trees. I think it's one of those analogies, but don't forget the main purpose for the means that will help you get there, all right? Don't mistake the journey for the destination, because so many people, I've talked about this in previous videos, say that it's all about the journey, it's not about the destination, but the destination is that of becoming the most powerful version of yourself, and it's becoming. Okay, we are human becomings, we are not human beings. We are always becoming something, and it is our attention over here to become more rather than less. All right, because there's no stagnancy in this universe. You're either getting better or you're getting bitter about why you're not getting better. So make sure that you're moving in the right direction, and of course semen retention is a powerful tool that can help you get there. Okay, so just a quick rant before I end this video, but I hope you liked it. If you did, click a bunch of the buttons below so that you can see more of my beautiful face on your home feed. And if you didn't like it, just click the dislike button so that you never have to see me again. No hard feelings, all right? So with all that being said, this has been Saleem, and I'll see you in the next video.